Hi, I'm Dr. Noelle Lucas from Blue Oasis Pet Hospital, and I am here to answer some questions that you might have about your dog's training or socialization. And I have an assistant that's going to ask me a few questions that you might have.
Dr. Lucas, when should I start dog obedience training?
So, if you get a puppy, ideally you're going to be recommended to go to puppy kindergarten classes or dog socialization classes. Those start actually usually as young as 8 to 9 weeks of age. So we actually recommend starting young and starting early.
What are the most important basic commands a dog should know?
Yeah, so obviously the first one that most people want to teach their dog is sit. Another one would be stay. Another one would be like name recall, so come. Off, so like off of furniture or off of jumping up. Lie down would just be, lying down. Those are some of the most common ones that most pet parents would want to have.
How can I socialize my puppy?
Food, 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 food. So training dogs is always related to reward-based training. So training your dog is based on their love and motivation of food. So finding that food motivation would be the first thing, and then giving it often and readily when they do the behavior that you're looking for. And if it's related to socialization, really we just want your dog specifically, to have friends, and getting other dogs together in a safe environment, ideally maybe on a leash if you don't know their dog's temperament. But we want, again, probably to have food related in there, and food rewards for social time too.
Should my dog be punished for bad behavior?
So punishment for bad behavior, dogs don't have the ability to understand what you're punishing them for was related to the action that they did. So they just learn that you're mad and that they become scared of you because you're punishing them, and cannot make that connection between I just peed on the rug in the living room and now I'm getting punished because I peed in the living room. So we absolutely do not recommend punishment for a dog's behavior. It's the opposite. We want to reward the behaviors that you want them to repeat. It's reward-based training.
Is my dog too old to be trained?
No. So obviously we have some dogs that are obtained later in their life, like a senior dog. No, dogs can always learn to be trained. It may take more time, and you might have to work with a professional, either a veterinarian or a trainer, to help you learn how to train that dog. But I would absolutely recommend an older dog with behavioral issues to be worked with. It can be quite rewarding, actually.
What kind of vaccinations do you need to have for dog training classes?
So just a general core vaccines for dogs would be recommended. So a distemper parvo is always going to be part of their core. Of course, rabies when it's age appropriate. So like in a puppy, we don't recommend vaccinating for rabies until they're over 12 weeks of age, but we actually want them to go to puppy kindergarten before that. So we just are going to recommend distemper parvo, plus or minus rabies depending on their age and lifestyle. And then Bordetella, which is a kennel cough vaccine. Little puppies can start that at 2 weeks and older. So those are the core vaccines that most dogs are going to get for training classes.
Okay, what's the term environmental enrichment, and how can it help my dog's behavior?
So environmental enrichment is just a big category of how can you improve the environment of which the pet lives. For example, we could have environmental enrichment could be playing hide and seek with food, so hiding food, treat balls, making sure a dog has the ability to maybe look outside, has regular walks in lots of, maybe has an outdoor enclosure that they can go out to. It's improving that environment for that dog and their needs. And If you have any specific questions about your dog socialization or training, we recommend that you reach out to your veterinarian, or if you're in our community, we'd love to help you at blueoasispethospital.com.